When you look at Nigeria from the lens of Mbasity,
yes.
what do you see?
Man, we've got a lot of work to do. So what's this struggle? This ritual? So it's organized religion that we have that puts a lot of rituals that actually barricade or block us from actually accessing or seeing God for who he actually is. That's what we have.
Okay.
That's why there are a lot of church folk who are broke. That's why evangelism is hard. Because people see you, they hear you talk about God, but they don't see anything. Talking about how the system makes things difficult. If you're a structured person, doing business here can be really difficult.
So now, which advice do you want the person who wants to do business not to be structured so that it can?
No, you have to be structured.
Okay.
But I think it also comes with growth. Like I said in the beginning phases, you don't even have to register a company. You can be doing your business. You're making little money. But when it starts building up to something that is more corporate and you start getting into those systems, that is when now you begin to experience the bottlenecks. There's a part of me, if I'll be honest, that is positive about this government. There's a part of me that is watching to see the things that are going on. It's really hard to think self-actualization or self-esteem. It doesn't mean that there are still no needs, but those basics have not been met. So they would affect, even with entrepreneurship, you can put it there, but people are hungry. So their first thought is not, I want to bring value. It could be that genuinely that's what they're looking out for. They want to bring value, but they're hungry. It's ignorance. Most of our suffering is not the long suffering that the Bible talks about.
Now, the ignorance you're talking about, is it ignorance coming from the pastor or ignorance coming from the members following the pastor?
It's give and take. No, what I mean is...
No, we're addressing this whole concept of ignorance.
If you have an enlightened spiritual leader, it's a rub-off. He's the shepherd of the sheep. The sheep will get fed aright.
Are you now trying to tell me that we don't have enough enlightened leaders?
I believe so. Our society is just an interesting one. You just need to understand how to navigate here. It's not just the same as it is done in other places.
How do you navigate that for someone who is currently watching you right now and they are struggling in terms of, number one, maintaining a friendship that they feel that is now becoming fractured? And number two, someone who has been fractured, but now he wants to get into a relationship because being alone is a problem.
I'm grateful for how far we've come, but there's something about our mindset that still makes us needy.
Nigeria at the moment, it's the spiritual hub, if I'm not mistaken, of Africa, but yet you find the most darkest event happening yet still in Nigeria. What do you think is the problem? Is Nigeria having a promising future for its generation? We're just still walking in the park and yet we have no place to go to.